Good morning, students. Welcome to my channel, Edu World Universal. Today we are going to do question answer series of Unit 34 from Class 11's Compulsory English book. We have essay number 2 with the title, How to Live Before You Die. Let's begin. Understanding the text, answer the following questions. A. What is the story about Steve Jobs' birth? Answer. Steve Jobs' biological mother was a young, unwed college graduate student who decided to put him up for adoption. But she wanted an educated, at least a graduate couple to adopt her son. Luckily, she had also found one, but at the last moment, they said they were actually looking to adopt a daughter. Again, she found another couple ready to adopt her son. She was disappointed to know that the adopting mother had never graduated from college and the adopting father had never graduated from high school. So she refused to sign the final adoption papers until they promised her to highly educate her son. This is an interesting story about Steve Jobs' birth and adoption. B. What does he mean when he says you can't connect the dots looking forward? You can only connect them looking backwards. Answer. He means to say that whatever you did in your past, your future is going to depend on that. Like for example, in some time of his life, he was so much interested in handwriting or calligraphy art that he had taken a calligraphy class to learn how to do that. And it came to practical application in his life 10 years later when he was designing the first Macintosh computer. So it all came back to him, so that's why he says that you can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backward. Your future will be based on whatever you did in your past. Your past experience is going to help you a lot to build your present. So he says that keep on connecting the dots in your life. C. What happened when Steve Jobs turned 30? Answer. When Steve Jobs turned 30, he got fired from an Apple company which he himself had started 10 years ago with a friend named Woz, W-O-Z, Woz, in a garage. This tiny workshop had turned into a $2 billion company with over 4,000 employees. And at that crucial time, they had also started their finest creation, the Macintosh. We can imagine how he should have felt when he was fired from the company which he had established himself. D. Jobs contends that you need to love to do what you do in order to be great at it. Do you agree or disagree? Why? Answer. Yes, I agree with it. Steve Jobs was successful in life as he had always done what he loved to do in his life. He always pursued his interests, like he and his friend Woz had started Apple company in his garage when he was 20. He really loved to work on personal computers and its development. So with 10 years of hard work, Apple had grown from 2 people in a garage into a $2 billion company with over 4,000 employees. Then, at the age of 30, he was fired from this company. Yet, he did not stop to do what he loved doing. During the next 5 years, he started a company named Next, N-E-X-T, another company named Pixar, P-I-X-A-R. Pixar went on to create the world's first computer animated feature film, Toy Story, and which is now the most successful animation studio in the world. In a remarkable turn of events, Apple bought Next and he returned to Apple, and the technology they developed at Next happened to be a great success in the world. So his life story shows that if you persistently do what you love to do, you will surely be successful in it one day. E. Is death really life's greatest invention? Answer: yes, death is life's great invention. As Steve Jobs says, death is life's change agent, which means it clears out the old to make room or way for the new. Right now, you may be new, but someday, not too long from now, you will gradually become the old and will be cleared away. This is the truth. This is the reality. Now, reference to the context. A. Read the extract given below and answer the questions that follow. We have an unexpected baby boy. Do you want him? They said, of course. Number 1. Who was the baby boy? Answer: the baby boy was Steve Jobs. Number 2. What does "do you want him" mean? Answer: this is a question asked to the couple Paul and Clara who were going to adopt Steve Jobs. They were on the waiting list to adopt the baby. Number 3. Who does "they" refer to? Answer: they refer to Mr. Paul Jobs and Mrs. Clara Jobs. This couple adopted Steve Jobs. B. Explain the following lines. Number 1. You have to trust in something, your gut, destiny, life, karma, whatever. Answer: this line was delivered by Steve Jobs in his speech at Stanford University. What he is trying to say through this line is that we have to believe in ourselves. We have to listen to our gut feeling or the inner conscience to tackle any kinds of problems in our life. No one can help us to solve our problems. We have to motivate ourselves and trust in our destiny or karma. Whatever good work or karma we do in our life will come back to us. So never lose your hope and trust in yourself. Number 2, your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Answer: through this line, Steve Jobs is trying to say that our life is short, so make the best use of it. Don't waste your life pretending to be someone else. That means don't be double standard person. Be yourself. Don't live by others' principles. You have your own way of thinking and living. Wherever you go, be your original self. Don't pretend. You don't have to show the world that you are the best person, you know everything, and you are perfect. No, we all have flaws and we make mistakes. After all, we are human beings. So, accept yourself as you are. Present yourself to the world as you are. Then it will be easy for you to live your life and face the world. See, what does he mean by don't settle? Answer: when he says don't settle, he means to say that don't settle for what you have or what you get in your life. Always keep working for the best. Keep on improving yourself in whatever ways you can. You will definitely achieve what you want in your life one day. But keep on working. Never stop. You never know where you will reach in your life. D. Which style of speech is used by the speaker to persuade the audience? Answer: in order to persuade the audience, Steve Jobs uses in his speech a personal and informal style of expression in a narrative way. He speaks in a simple, understandable language, motivating and inspiring the audience with his real-life events. This speech became very popular all over the world. E. It is not easy to motivate others. How do you think Steve Jobs' speech is so inspiring? Answer: yes, it is not easy to motivate others. Steve Jobs delivered this speech from the bottom of his heart, presenting himself to the world as his real self. He did not pretend to be someone else. He was original and he was down to earth. This is what people really admired about him. And he spoke in a simple, understandable language, narrating his true life story, which was able to win the hearts of millions of people all around the world. His 3 life events, which he included in his speech, was highly motivating to the people as they were about his struggle and sacrifice in life. Through his speech, he persuades the people to believe in themselves, to listen to their inner voice and keep going in their life, always hoping for the best, regardless of their family background. According to him, keep doing good karma in your life. Your hard work ultimately pays. Whatever good work you do in your life will come back to you in good colors. F. Why do you think Steve Jobs used the personal narrative storytelling technique in his speech? What influence does it have on the audience? Answer: Steve Jobs used the personal narrative storytelling technique in his speech. This is what really touched the hearts of people, as he was realistic, down to earth, and was able to inspire the feelings of people. He narrated in simple, understandable language the true events of his life, how, in spite of so many failures and obstacles that came into his life, he never gave up, and ultimately he succeeded. Now he's no more with us, but still his speech has been able to inspire and motivate millions of people in the world. So it is taken as one of the powerful and popular speeches delivered till today. Now, reference beyond the text. A. One of Steve Jobs' mottos was "Think differently." Does this contribute to succeed in life? What challenges are there in thinking differently? Answer: one of Steve Jobs' mottos was "Think differently." Yes, of course. It contributes a lot to the success of our life. Only those people with a different kind of vision and thinking has been able to create a hallmark in their life. Steve Jobs himself is an outstanding example of it. If you always follow other people and their principles and don't dare to think differently, then you will always be in the same platform. You cannot make any progress. So you have to think differently to make a difference in your life. There are many challenges in thinking differently. People will try to discourage and demotivate you by insisting that this will not work. So you have to be persistent in your unique approach and believe in yourself. With patience and perseverance, you can be successful with your consistent effort. B. What does the slogan "Stay hungry, stay foolish" mean to you? Answer: the slogan "Stay hungry, stay foolish" means in life, we should always be hungry for more knowledge, more learning, and more success. In the same way, we should consider ourselves as foolish, always not knowing enough, so that we have the thirst to know more, an urge to learn more. According to Steve Jobs, we should never settle in life. We should keep on working hard to know more, to learn many new things, and to succeed in different fields. We should be consistent and persistent in our learning, never satisfied and content with the present state. This should continue till we die. See, what does it mean to be a visionary? What makes Steve Jobs different from a fortune teller? Answer: to be a visionary means to be very far-sighted, having clear and wide vision of future success and achievements. Or, in other words, to be futuristic in your life. Steve Jobs is different from a fortune teller because a fortune teller only forecasts about other people's life. But people like Steve Jobs changes the future of people with his vision and good work. Visionary people like him have the power to change our society and the world for its betterment. They work not only for themselves but for the benefit of the entire world. That is why they are so famous in this world. Students, this is the end of our lesson today. Thank you for being with me till the end. See you all in my next class.